Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Yellow White White, aka YWW. Actually, never mind, it doesn't matter. What matters is my assistant and I has recently been doing a lot of these small paper theater thingy. So basically the idea is like we draw on paper with watercolor and then we cut them out and fix it together with a cardboard structure that kind of creates this 3D look. But the problem is like each of these little things take up so much space on the shelf, and then if you leave them out in the air, it's gonna be dusty, and then like the color might fade away. So we're kind of looking for a method to create like a version of it that's easy to store. And we found this tutorial on Pinterest. It's more like a small instruction sheet, and we're gonna try out the method and we're gonna bring you guys with us. Let's get started. So let's see, my idea is that I'm gonna create a scene with 4 layers, and then look at this, just look at this. It looks gorgeous, and it has layers. I mean, at the moment you only see kind of 2, so can you zoom in please? You see the background with the mountains, and then a foreground with the bridge. You can have a foreground before the foreground with one of these guys, like a little boat situation with like a guy, and then you have a foreground before the foreground of a window, because if we go back to the original example, you have a little peeping hole, but like peeping hole is so lame, I don't like it, so we're gonna do a window instead. And here is my assistant going off doing some drawings and paintings. We are doing this just with pencil and then watercolor straight on top of it without having like an outline, because I feel like maybe the next time we'll try with an outline, but up until now all the theaters we've done together, it has worked quite well without the outline, and then it gives this more natural and less cartoony effect. The painting is done. So yeah, so when it's drying, we're gonna have a look at what my assistant have done under my supervision. So here we have the foreground, the window, and I feel like my assistant kind of messed up the curtain, but hey, whatever, nobody's really gonna care about the foreground. Would they? I don't know. Anyway, so the foreground behind the foreground, it's kind of there. It's like yeah, you have some trees, you have this little bow thingy. Yeah, so I'm happy with that one. And then you have the foreground behind the foreground with the bridge, and as you probably saw, my assistant had to come back and forth comparing the color of the water and the color of the tree of the mountain. So the theory was the more background the layer is, the less saturation and contrast it has. Oh, thank you, my assistant. So yeah, so this is the background, the real background, and okay, I am not 100% happy with it, but I guess you can kind of tell that the saturation, it's decreasing in comparison to the layers forward. So yeah, let's hope when we put it together, everything will look fine. And here's my assistant cutting all the blank spaces out. We're doing this by using a scalpel that allows us to go into very detailed bits, and if you have like a fresh blade on it, it's actually quite a satisfying procedure to do. I cut them out and stacked them all together, and it's not the best layout, let's just say. You can tell the window is actually covering most of the frame. I mean, you can see the bridge, you can see the little guy, but like you're missing all those trees. Damn. What should I do?
Well, we didn't do anything in the end. Just because, sometimes it's so hard to get into a workflow, and then if you need to like go back and redo something, it's always so annoying. So we just went and tried this new method according to the Pinterest board and did all the sides and glue them together.
And that's done. I realized that once I attach everything together, like so, and I pull it, like so each layer is apart from the layer next to it, it kind of gives the depth that I was worried that I wasn't going to get. There is a bit of a shame that like in one of the layers, the mountains here is not seen at all because it was covered. I mean, this side maybe a little bit. The bamboos is kind of covered by the window, which is not ideal. But hey, and that's the end of the video. I would say the result is not important because like this is a nice little experiment of a new method, and now I can make as many of these as I want and not having to worry about them taking too much space on the shelf. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks to my assistant. If you guys have any other ideas about what you want the next scene, the next little theater to be, please comment down below, and thank you again and bye.